The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Hauls it in inside. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
You can count on every year now. They're starting to put their name in the hat. They've always had so much prestige, tradition. End of the year, these games, they matter. Can they deliver another statement game again this year?
And I think the Trojans coaching staff last year did such a good job getting their team's minds right. And the leaders in that locker room, they were really making sure that everyone's intensity was at a different level going into that game. No doubt they want to come out blow out.
Not before he picks up the first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Battle. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Wants to throw on third down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Defense has him pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Notre Dame.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He wants to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He finds his man. Good, solid tackle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He's looking for a man on second down. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, and makes the big mistake.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Here's the handoff. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On second down, looking again to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Went up top on second down. That leaves them needing a yard here on third down. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
29 Philly, 2.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Irish back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Gets it out fast. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. And when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Shaw.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field, gets separation on the DB trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
He wants to throw here on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. That's caught. It's Gore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
On second down, he's looking downfield, using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They want to just keep throwing it. Oh, picked off. Takes it the other way. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense getting set for first down. He'll start this drive firing. The short hands, it's Carter. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, it gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Newt Brockney, Ara Parseghian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, and we can keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
That's an awesome play call, having the running back on the angle route against the blitz. So they bring the linebackers. That completely vacates the middle of the field wide open. Running back runs right into it. A nice job on the throw.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Trojans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. To the house. Touchdown, USC. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Miami of Ohio is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to New Mexico State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stops at the 23.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Gore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. He wants to throw it again. Steps away to find some room. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, USC.
Trying to pick up a first down.
42 Spider.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He looks that one in nicely. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working. They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Get set, get set.
They'll throw it on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, he'll let it fly. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that pass intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
To the air on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and here this is coach speaking. Very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
On second down, wants to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
On third down, he drops to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's caught downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He's going to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the 1st down.
And they always got one of these, a big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. Think about USC. That's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heisman's.
Power football with the run. Shakes off a tackler. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Ready up.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
Here we go.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. To the 10. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page and they generate the pass rush the very next play.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down.
Pound 55 weak. Lizzie.
Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Trojans have pushed it inside the 20.
Easy.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. On the move, he fires. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
On the double.
And the Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Trojans! And the punishment has been extended. Traveler in the entire Trojan nation starting to feel their oats as SC is built to lead in this one.
I'm impressed, too, with the Trojans of this one. They've got a lot of competition in conference week in, week out. You don't get a break when you go out of conference to play Notre Dame, but mentally, they've had a lot left in the tank. They are dominating Notre Dame here.
And it's so fun to watch year after year. Great uniforms, great football. This matchup, the Jewel Shillelagh, every single year is always fun to watch.
Smashes ahead. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here's the give off the left side. At the 35, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He makes a catch. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. USC 28, Notre Dame
7. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking to throw it again. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Stands in and takes the hit. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the short completion, it's now second down. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Makes a connection. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Unleashes it. Complete in the middle. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen two big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Looking to go up top on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Notre Dame right back to the line. On second down, wants to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 2 to New Mexico State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Brings up second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This is a design run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to run for it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
And another nice game by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Here comes the offense on first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Clock is still running and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll come out throwing on first down. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football. Setting up the screen. Oh, he not only blows it up, he picks it off. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21.
That makes the score USC 35.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Set to kick this one over.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Heaves it on the run. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. Reeled it in and just made the house call. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
21.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And after this play, the cake will be baked. These corners going to give them some space. Trying to find his man on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws another interception. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. And he steps out of bounds after getting the pick, and this one is in the books. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge